After 149 shows, 50 cities, 5 continents, 10 million people in attendance, the Eras Tour has finally come to an end. Welcome to Swiftly Explained. Today we are going to recap the very last Eras Tour show in Vancouver. We will see all the moments from Taylor arriving, delivering all the last speeches, to the very end when Taylor walked out the door with her dancers. If you like these kinds of videos, don't forget to subscribe and like for more. Let's start from the very beginning. As always, the show started with Gracie delivering the most heartfelt speech about the Eras Tour. It was so adorable how she wrote everything down and read to the fans like they were one big happy family.
As a fan, I cannot comprehend what this really means. I know we know it because there's a calendar, there's a date, but anyone else could understand or know or ached or yearned or loved or lost, and yet she did.
She was crying and sobbing just like everyone else that attended, and Swifties clutched their hearts as they watched the show unfold in front of their eyes. Everyone knew it was bound to happen at one point, and there was nothing we could do about it except take in every last second left of the tour.
And tonight, we are all here to remind her how deeply she's touched us, how much we appreciate every single tiny detail that she dreams up to delight us, and to thank her from the bottom of our hearts for giving us the time of our lives.
Then Gracie played her hit song, So True. Then Taylor took the stage and delivered the pre-lovers speech, welcoming everyone to the Eras Tour for the very last time.
Welcome to the Eras Tour!
She confessed how they have played for over 10 million people with a huge smile on her face. It was sad and adorable, and everyone was so excited for what's to come.
We have had so many adventures. It has been the most exciting, powerful, electrifying, intense, most challenging thing I've ever done in my entire life. We've gotten to perform for over 10 million people on this tour. To play one last show for you here tonight in beautiful Vancouver. You and I, we're about to go on one last grand adventure together, and that adventure.
Taylor also did the man performance speech for the very last time.
Making me feel like tonight we get to spend the last night of the Eras Tour with 60,000 beautiful people in Vancouver.
Then she went on to play the Fearless set. She wore all the same outfits for 3 whole nights because she was being professionally filmed for an upcoming documentary or an updated tour movie. They use this tactic so the filmmakers can use whatever footage they want from the 3 nights, and the audience won't know which night it's exactly from because of the same outfits. The Speak Now set was magical as always. Taylor performed Enchanted for the very last time in her beautiful ball gown. After finishing the performance, she was going back when she slightly tripped and balanced herself. Fans joked that the stage did not want her to leave as well. She looked over one last time. I can't believe how many amazing moments we had from Taylor on this tour. Then, in the red section, Taylor gave away her Final 22 hat to a young, adorable girl. And this was the very last time Cam said no.
For the last time, no! Stopping in between the 2 albums. And it came out a couple months after.
The Champagne Problems performance felt even more heartbreaking after knowing it was the last show. And I'm proud to say that the fan project that we planned to do kind of worked as well. Since there were so many people, it was hard to sing the song at the same pace, but half of the fans did it, and judging from Taylor's cute and shy smile, I think she heard it as well. Everyone held back tears, and it was a momentous occasion. Taylor thanked the fans as always, just like she did the previous 2 nights. Mixed emotions were flowing over the roof, and nobody knew whether to be happy because they saw Taylor live or cry because it was the very last time. It was the most joyous, sad, rewarding, and once-in-a-lifetime moment for everyone.
Here and have this experience. That was like one of the most beautiful things for you to do for us. This tour has taken up 3 years of my life when you think about the planning of it and then the rehearsals. And then I just keep thinking when I look at this crowd how incredibly happy and grateful and fortunate we are to get to spend our last weekend here in Vancouver with people like you. Thank you so much.
Taylor could have just sat there for the entirety of the remaining show, and people would still be excited to just see her in front of their eyes. That's how much the Swifties love her. I forget to mention there was also an elf on stage at one point and a guy dressed in a Santa costume. People speculated that they were one of the crew members. Taylor gave her all in the Reputation set as well, the last time she sang the iconic Delicate line, the way she performed, Ready for It, and Look What You Made Me Do, is just... The last time Taylor took us to church with her iconic high note. They also showed a glimpse of the movie footage that they were recording on stage. Everyone saw a few shots on the big screens, and it was marvelous. The 1989 set was iconic as well. Taylor again wore the Chiefs' colors for the 3rd night in a row. It's clear that Taylor wants Travis Kelce to be all over the tour movie, in metaphors. She performed with perfection, and everyone took in all of the performances wholeheartedly. The Tortured Poets Department set was beautiful. I'm sad that Travis didn't get to join Taylor on stage again like he said, but it was still good. He was playing the Chiefs game at the same time the tour was going on. People referenced Troy and Gabriella from High School Musical movie and said that Taylor and Travis were exactly like them. It was literally a high school romance going on in front of our eyes. The commentators at the Chiefs game also mentioned Taylor and how she was ending her tour when they showed Travis on screen. Taylor did Travis's signature bow and arrow gesture as well for the last time. Then the most awaited surprise song set came on. On the second last night, Taylor performed with Gracie for the very last time, and it was extremely emotional. Gracie was the happiest little bean, and Taylor couldn't be more proud. It was one of the most memorable moments in the Eras Tour history. I hope they will perform sometime again in the future. Then on the very last night, Taylor did the song from her very first album named A Place in This World, and she mashed it up with New Romantics for the overall theme of the tour. It was bittersweet to think how far we've come and how it's all ending now. Also, everyone was anticipating an announcement of some sort about a tour, movie, or a documentary, but Taylor didn't seem to be in the mood. It was already quite emotional for her, and she was tired from the tour. The smirk right before she transitioned into New Romantics was such a Taylor thing to do.
What's that smirk about?
Then, on the piano, she sang Long Live mashed up with New Year's Day and the manuscript. It was one of the most iconic and emotional mashups of all time. Taylor was indeed a mastermind because she sang the very first and the very last song in her entire discography. She also changed the line to, "It was the end of an era, but the start of an age."
It was the end of an era, but the start of an age.
It made everyone bawl their eyes out crying. It was the most beautiful performance. I also have to mention the Tortured Poets Department performance on piano, when Taylor subtly shaded Maddie and made a funny face.
Everyone we know understands why it's meant to be, 'cause we're crazy.
It was hilarious to see that she was surprised at her own thoughts about Maddie and how she thought they were going to end up together. On the last 3 nights, she also sang the mashup of The Best Day and Never Grow Up, especially for her parents. They were seen crying and hugging each other in the audience, and Austin was emotional as well. It was a sweet and wholesome moment to see. Then, during Bejeweled, Cam did his very last dance, and Taylor hugged him. Taylor also did the very last Midnight Rain pose, which was just a countdown, ending and a wave for goodbye. Fans cried their eyes out when they realized it was the final goodbye wave for them. Then, for the very last time, Taylor asked the audience to join her for the last song and called the tour her beloved Eras Tour.
My entire life to date, my beloved Eras Tour. Thank you for being with us tonight. Would you give us one more song, please?
And of course, she changed the lyrics to "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs again" because she wants it to be in the movie. The final bow was every bit emotional as we thought. Everyone lined up and bid goodbye to the fans one last time. It was gut-wrenching for the Swifties, but we knew we were going to see it one way or the other. Taylor individually hugged each of her dancers and backup singers while crying. She was seen wiping her tears silently. Everyone cried on stage as well. Then Taylor waved one final goodbye to the fans and walked to the back door with her dancers instead of going under the stage. There were so many emotions packed into one final goodbye. After she left, no one, I mean literally no one, moved or turned to leave. They kept staring at the blank screen as if Taylor was going to come back. The screen operators started playing something else, indicating the tour has ended, and that pulled everyone back into reality. Taylor walked out for the very last time and went to hug her parents. Some fans caught the cameraman recording the documentary footage, and we could see exclusive clips from the movie being edited. Taylor hugged her parents and her brother Austin, with her publicist Tree Payne standing in the background. Her parents have been through everything with her, and they deserve just as much praise as she does. I did not get to attend the Eras tour myself, but somehow I feel like I lived every second of it for the past 2 years. Taylor gave us everything she had, and we couldn't ask for more. One advice from a Swiftie to another: if you see someone talking about Taylor way too much, don't judge them. Taylor might have healed them in a way no one else did. I'm proud to have shared this journey with all of you guys. And may it live on forevermore.